selection is called Talk About It. You know, too many times people listen to the beat of the song instead of the lyrics of the song. Well, this time around, if you're not gonna listen to the lyrics of the song, you can as well skip the song and take it to the next, to the next, to the next level.
Yeah.
It's about 2 words. Katlego Africa. Did you get that?
How I wish we could get down to the ish. You know who it is the Emma, and I must be her to think that I get away with the ish that I say.
I've always loved music since I was a little kid, and well, my parents were very active in church. My dad's a minister, so that sort of began, that's where it sort of began. So I started playing keyboards, I started learning drums, a little bit of guitar. And when I went to university, then I fell in love with, secondary school, I fell in love with rap music. So I started rapping there. I was sort of a local champion for a while. And then after which, university, when I was in the States, I was performing with an a cappella group for a while. So I've always sort of been around music, I was a DJ for a little while. When I came back to Nigeria, then I saw that, my brother and them had started like a little group. And so I decided to start going to the studio, recording 1 or 2 songs. And before I knew it, I got offered a record deal, which I graciously accepted from Chocolate City. And the rest, as they say, is the present.
Still living large, police IG who was stealing while in charge. Governors arrested for embezzlement. Politicians killed because they're relevant or just for the hell of it.
Yeah, Talk About It it sort of grew out of a conflict within myself to do music that Nigerians would like, but at the same time address some of these issues that I felt like were really necessary, And so that's sort of what I did. I sort of picked up topics from sex to relationships to, I had this whole blueprint. I didn't know I was going to call it Talk About It yet, but, and I started going, about trying to write songs to address each of these individual issues. When I recorded the song Talk About It though, I just fell in love with it because my friend Leonie came to the studio and just chatted rubbish on the background track. So I really fell in love with the song. I felt like he gave, a complete picture to what I was trying to do on the whole project. So I went with that. But it took a long time to write the songs. The better part of a year and a half, close to 2 years. I think the oldest song is Crowd Mentality. I just kept adding songs, and eventually I took a lot of songs that were very special and dear to me. But I think it still feels complete to me, like the songs about money, about hardship, about hustling, about struggling. They're fun songs, songs about me, song about God, So I think it's a good album. Go out and buy a copy, please.
This Mama Man, the big Mama Man.
Well, with Safe, and this is sort of a humbling experience, because with Safe I had already recorded another song on that beat called This Year, and I was done recording it. And we're in the studio just listening to the music, and I was sort of about to start mixing. And then I started singing, "It's the way that they do me," because they had those sort of chords, and people started laughing. And I was like, wouldn't that be funny if I did a whole song just, So I literally went into the booth, I had a pen, I scribbled down some ideas. I went to the booth and just freestyled for 7 minutes. And then Genie was there that day, and while I was freestyling, he was like, "Man, all these rappers, they're rapping crap, they're Pomo Man, and mine, So he did his own part. And it literally is I have the raw data, I think. It's 12, 13 minutes long of just me and Genie chatting rubbish. And then we now cut it down and made it into a 5-minute song. And so I don't know what inspired it. There was no alcohol in the room that day. So I won't say, it's not God. At the end of all things, the idea just came out of nothing, and it ended up being, what really took me over the top. So, well, over the edge, not the top yet. Still climbing to the top.
They should bounce and go home to their spouse, cause to stay might be detrimental, mental. Better flow, better instrumental, mental. You gotta learn the fundamental.
Well, to be quite honest, my record label have always said that they are more interested in seeing how big we can become. So if somebody comes along that has enough money to buy out the contract, I mean, and they're offering something that, you know, Chocolate City might not be prepared to offer right now, or positioned to offer. Truth is, a very controversial truth is that, you know, Chocolate City will release me and allow me to go on. So if Universal or Arista or somebody wants, you know, to do something at MI, even, I mean, some Nigerian labels, but I'm perfectly comfortable where I am. A good part about, I think, being truly successful in this game is learning to be content with what you have, you know. So to everybody out there, whatever situation you're in, if there's nothing better, you know, learn to be content and be happy with where you are. They're doing a great job. I'll do kudos to you guys, Godwin, the whole team, everybody.
The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me lie down in green pastures.
Yeah. Well, one thing which I think my dad got right is that he's a preacher, but to me he's just a dad. He doesn't bring, you know, his job back home. So he's as much of a fan as MI, as even though I know he doesn't understand anything on my album, probably apart from Jehovah. He's not, can't be bothered, but they're big fans of the MI brand. And he's not too preachy, you know, when it comes to girls and things like that. He just asks questions and tries to give fatherly advice. But it's good to know, because I have a strong grounding in my faith, and to know that God is real, and, you know, He is a big part of who we become as human beings. So that grounding is very important. And whatever I'm going through, if I call my dad and say, pray for me, I know I'm going to get it. So Hip Hop Awards next year, my dad is going to be praying, man. You know, problem for the rest of you. Call your dad. Ask him to pray too.
He won't let me face it unless he knows that I can take this. The world amazes how my situation changes. You know the battle rages, so you stand courageous because I know I'm basic. I read my Bible.
Yeah, the videos February. I mean, this is almost a promise. We're probably going to be belated. It should have been out a long time ago. Sorry to everybody, but whatever is worth doing is worth doing well. So we've shot and we've come back to reshoot, and we're shooting again, and it's gonna be really nice. And actually I want to shoot 8 videos over this span of the year from this project. So there'll be a lot of videos. We're shooting 3 at first, and February you should start to see, I mean, February first week probably you'll see the first of a long line of videos. So yeah.
Let me tell you what I do in crisis. Whenever trouble rises, I know the Christ suffices, and I receive His sacrifices when the water rises. And living rises, economies and shifting prices.
Yeah, I mean, Nigerian music industry is when I say vibrant, I'm also factoring in growth. Like the percent of growth every year is probably one of the most vibrant, if not the most vibrant, based on, remember I said growth, in the world, because it's growing exponentially every year. Videos are changing. We're now starting to do collabos, international acts, and the music is I mean, you go to clubs and they're playing Nigerian music from beginning to end, not just in Nigeria. And the rate at which my CD spread between Christmas and now to some funny places in the world, it's just letting me know, like, there are Nigerians everywhere. They're excited about this music. They're pushing it not only to Nigerians. So it's growing exponentially. I rate it. It's a world-class growth rate for an industry. In fact, it's even above what the world is seeing. But we're not yet there, quite frankly. But we're gonna get there very soon. I would say next 3-4 years, you know, a lot of things will come into place that will make our industry want to be reckoned with the world over.
End of discussion will signal end of discussion. 7 serious. If you're serious, you can get this girl.
It's about 2 words. MI. My CD is available. Katlego Africa. Did you get that? If you want to buy my CD, Katlego Africa is where you can get it. I don't know how to sign off of this, so I'm just gonna turn my face now.
She's all about the money. She's all about the money. So I know how my tele. So I know how my tele. So I know how my tele.
She said, call me your hustler. You can be my customer. Pull up in an X5 and nobody can question ya. Dolce & Gabbana, Cuba, Havana, Cigarra. You need Naira, you need dollar. 2009 Impala.